Hello, happy Sunday, everybody. It's Cherie, and I am going to plan out my week for next week in my Hobonichi Weeks. What I think we're going to do is I have a kit here that I cut, and on the second pass, my machine decided to go crazy and it cut it off partway through, and it's all wonky here too. So every once in a while it just does weird things like that. So anyway, I don't want to waste it because it is actually, the stickers themselves are cut out properly, and I thought, hey, I'm going to do week's layout with this. Now it is a February kit, but that doesn't matter. It's a winter kit. So I think what I'm going to do to start off with though is, because I don't have a date strip, but I have this strip, I think we're going to lay it down. Oops, you know what? It's a little crooked. I'm going to grab my scissors. Yeah, we're going to just trim that to fit. So it's not quite wide enough. But it's a great way to show how you can use, you know, basically you can take any stickers and make them work. It's, you know, they don't have to be a certain format or kit or whatever. So, okay, so we've got that down. Now I have these tiny little days of the week that were on I think they were on a freebie sheet from a sale. So I think we'll lay them down like this, and then, okay, today is the 11th, correct? Yeah, so 12 is tomorrow. So I have some date dots here. Now, I don't know how this will work, if this is all going to fit. I didn't really check it out to see. Some of the shorter days of the week are going to be, actually, you know what? I think I'll lay the 13 down first. Yeah. So what's everybody up to? I had my daughter home this weekend, which was wonderful. She came without her kidlings and her husband. Just, we have a dear friend, an older friend who's in the hospital. And my daughter growing up was quite close to her. So she wanted to come and see her. She fell and broke her hip, unfortunately. This is actually a really maddening story. She had gotten one of those scammer phone calls where, you know, somebody's on the phone crying and they say grandma, or, you know, usually it's grandma. And she said, "Is this Kira? You sound funny." And she's like, yes, this is her. And, you know, I've been in an accident, and gives this whole spiel. And apparently this lady's really smart, because she had a code word with her granddaughters or grandchildren, I guess, saying like, hey, if this happens and I ask you, you know, what's your favorite family pet growing up, or the dog's name, or something like that. I can't remember exactly what she said. And, so she knew instantly this was not her granddaughter. But it upset her, and she had decided to go down to the bank and just double check, you know, because she's into her 80s. So she just wanted to check that everything was still good and that her bank account was, you know, whatever. And she fell over and broke her hip. And so it makes me so angry, because first of all, you know, some older people, when they fall and break their hip, that's it, they die, you know? And it just disgusts me to no end that somebody would pull such a game. And thankfully she's smart enough to know that her granddaughter was just fine. But what is wrong with people? I'm just so utterly disgusted. And that's a similar thing happened to my father-in-law before he passed away. And he said it was so convincing. And he said, "Why do you sound funny?" They had said it was because it was same thing. "Hey, grandpa." And they're like, "Who is this? Is this Josh?" It's the first one that came to his head. And like, yeah, this is Josh. And I've been arrested. I was, my buddy got married last night, and we were out partying, and I got arrested for drunk driving, and I'm in jail, and don't tell Dad. And they give you this spiel, and he said to them, why do you sound so funny? He's like, "Well, my nose is broken from the car accident that I was in when I was drunk driving, and I need this bail money." And My father-in-law, who's a very smart man, went so far as to go down to wire transfer money, and the lady at the place, thankfully, had a conscience, and she said, "Sir, I think you should really phone your son or your grandson. Just this seems like a scam." She's like, I don't think you should do this." And so of course he phoned, and like, it didn't happen, and they didn't get their money. But it disgusts me on levels of, anyway. So anyhow, my daughter came down, just kind of came down on Friday afternoon. She lives about 4.5 hours away, and she we did some shopping, which was fun because we haven't done that for a long time because she's got kids and they're little. So we don't, when they do come down or I go there, we very rarely just take time to go shopping. And she wanted to get some new clothes for the kids and whatever. So yeah, we had a really great weekend. Really nice. So, except for the fact that, yeah, this poor friend of ours, she's such a lovely, lovely human being. So, well, not that, I mean, even if she wasn't, it would still be a terrible thing, but it just, yuck. I can't, people stink. That's all I got to say, about that. A lot of them, not all of them, but anyway. So I'm laying down this pretty kind of colorful washi, just to add a little color. There we go. Yeah, I should have covered this over. But anyway, I had put down some whiteout to cover up the quote or whatever that was there. All right, so what have we got here? We've got flowers, bunnies, snowman, a tree, and this gorgeous window. It might be a little large for in here. I might save that for a monthly spread. But I do think we should use these florals. This kit is printed on premium, so it's quite, that's a bit, so yeah, it's quite vibrant. It's pretty, like, lovely. Maybe we'll lay it down. I don't know. Okay, let's lay some down here like that. Okay, make sure I'm still in frame. And we've got these, okay, this polar bear. Oh, he's a circle, right? That's right. So we could just lay him down here, and that'll cover up the calendar there. And we've got, okay, I'll use these cute little snowmen. Oopsie, come on. Which I think we'll put up here. And, oh, the fox and the little birdie. I don't know what he's supposed to be, if he's a sparrow or what, but we'll pop him down. Oh, my dogs are going to bark just because I'm... Pop him down here. And the fox. I love the fox. I love foxes. Yeah, so see how these cut out perfectly, and then the machine just wonky was like, no, we're going to just, So sometimes these are the sorts of things that I'll put in my oopsie bags, because the stickers are, even this one, you could use it, against the whatever. So that's the kind of thing that you'll see in an oopsie bag. Now what is going on this week? I have to think about it. Nothing too much. I've got some shop stuff I need to work on, but other than that, I think we're going to cut this one down the middle. And whoopsie, there's still washi on the scissors. Okay, let's get rid of you. Yeah. So anyway, I really, if I've learned anything out of all this craziness with our friend, is that, yeah, have a code word with your kids or your grandkids or whatever. And in case you are, because it catch you always unaware, like, and that's what makes these sorts of scams work. So it's disgusting, but it is what it is. So I'm going to just lay that here to cover up whatever that there was. And I really liked how I extended this a couple of weeks ago. But maybe what I'll do is, I am currently, my dog was back at the vet again, and she did test negative for Lyme disease, which is good, but she's still running a fever, but her lymph nodes are all great now. So anyway, the poor vet, he's just struggling with what the heck's going on with her. She has one one thing of inflammatory markers that is still higher than they should be, but he said it's not significant, but he's like, it does indicate somewhere there's, you know, so we're going to try a couple things and then take her back again. But gosh, it's getting, it's getting expensive. Ugh, I don't know, but okay. I love that. I think that's really pretty. I just love the flowers, the pink with the winter. Now I'm going to, do I have some habit trackers? Last week, or maybe it was in my other planner. No, I did. I wrote them. I just drew out some boxes. What could I do? You know what? Let's use these. They have, I don't know, they're just kind of elegant and pretty. So I think we'll lay that down. And, oopsie, come on. We'll just draw a little box for my retinol. Now we've got how many boxes here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we'll make it 9. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. So yeah, so we had a really fun weekend. It was great. We got together with my niece and my sister, because my niece and my daughter are about, gosh, I think they're not quite 3 years apart, so they're very close. So yeah, we got to visit with them. We just had a really fun weekend, and the weather was lovely. It's actually quite nice out right now. We're supposed to get our deck will melt off and all the fun stuff like that. So let's just do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, and maybe somewhere I have a skincare sticker, I think, that's in a pink. Maybe it's not pink. Let me grab my book. Again, trying to use up stickers. Oh, I think it's in my book that has, whoopsie. I have one book that is freebies and one book that is script. Yeah. So let's see. I used to really use a lot of these sorts of things, and I haven't for a long time, but I should really get back into it because, oh no, it isn't in there. Okay. I was sure. That's why you need to go through your stickers. I really need to do some organization here and tidy up. Oh, here we are. I knew I had skincare stickers. I'm like, I know I do. Okay, these are from a shop called Bizzybeeplanners, and these are a few years old. She was a shop in my province, actually, of Saskatchewan, but she closed her shop years ago. So let's pop this down. Where should we put it? You know what? I'm gonna just cut the little jar off and put it there. Cute. Maybe we'll just put this piece. Whoops. Oh, I need my tweezers. Oh my goodness. Okay, where did they go? Yeah, we'll just put this here like that. And then I do need another habit tracker. I just want to keep track of Millie's meds. So do I have a dog sort of sticker? I know I should have. Here we go. What's this? Oh yes, this is from my shop. I don't think I have it in the shop anymore, but we'll just use maybe this to indicate that it's for her, just so I don't forget, because she can't have this medication more than 24 hours apart, and I don't want to be like, oh shoot, did I give it to her, did I not give it to her? And I find if I make a habit tracker like this, then I feel like I'm a little more conscious and accountable for it, which, yeah, I know it doesn't make a lot of sense, but it does. So especially when it's something that she's only going to be on for a couple of weeks. So if you're taking something every day, it's easy to usually remember, but not always. So yeah, so we'll do that. And maybe, or do I have any other dog stickers? Maybe not a grooming one. Oh, I have these. These are from an old shop called Spot Drop. And I've been hoarding these stickers, but I need to use them because they lose their stickiness after time. So I think we'll just use one of these little guys and we'll just put it here. And it's just cute. And I'll just put down here, Millie's meds. Okay. And same thing here. Okay, so we've got that down. Now, I don't have any appointments or anything pressing this week coming up, which is kind of a nice quiet week. So maybe I won't bother with, any appointments because, yeah, just kind of keep track of things. I could put down currently reading because I have been doing that, and I have those stickers somewhere here. And I have been selling a lot of those, the currently watching, currently reading, currently, oh yeah, I could put a payday sticker down too. Actually, I think I have a nice blue or pink one somewhere I saw. Yeah, some blue ones actually. Let's just use that for Tuesday. I'm busy getting things booked for our Japan trip, which is coming up really quick. That's something I have to do actually after I get off here, is make sure I book our train tickets, our train pass for the time that we're there. My son and daughter-in-law booked it last week, and I just keep thinking, oh yeah, I'll get to it, but haven't. Here's a cute little random, whoops, come here, random blue snowflake. So let's just stick it down right here, layer that on there. Kind of fun. What else have we got? I think that works quite well with what we've got down. Oh yeah, the currently reading, that's what I was looking for. I thought I had some in here. Did I use them all up? I know I printed, oh there they are. There they are. And currently watching, I'm not really watching a series or anything at the moment, so I don't think I'll put that down. I was watching a interesting series on BritBox last week that I'm finished with now. I gotta find a new one. There we go. Currently reading, and let's stick it. Come on. There we go. Perfect. All right, so yeah, and then I still have a ton. I've got the February, there's a hair. I've got, the big window, and I've got tons more deco here that I can do another, I could use this all up, but I think it would just be overkill. So yeah, I think it's pretty, it's simple. And I was able to use up, some freebies, which is great. These I've had for absolutely ever. So I think that's where we will leave it. So hopefully everybody has a wonderful week, and the weather is lovely where you are, and you're hanging in there with all the crazy things going on in the world. I hope you're all safe, and we will see you next time. Take care, everybody. Bye.